Hey, so that's the 2582 coming back at you with another video, and today I'll be reviewing a Hot Wheels Elite 64 diecast. Now this one I've had for quite a while because I was actually very surprised that I actually found this for a ridiculously cheap price. And although I would have not cared enough to actually buy it once it came out or even months after, I still bought it because it's still cheap, and Hot Wheels Elite 64, I don't have too many of them, so I'm like, I might add another one. Although I am still pretty pissed on what just happened recently with their new release, which I will be touching on, don't you worry. And the car in question is this, the 1975 BMW 3.0 CSL Race. Now this is number 18 out of the entire Elite 64 line that they've made, so I think it's still one of the early ones. Now as you can tell, I bought it at Book Off, and look how much they priced it for. I don't know who goofed up, because this is not worth $9 online at all. This is worth maybe like 20 to 25, maybe even 30, depending if someone's pushing it. But yeah, $9, single digit, like literally, it's only like $2 or $3 more than the premium. I'm like, I'll pick it up, because why not? It's a race car. How can I not? So, but like I said, I would have not cared to buy it regardless, but since it was cheap, and now that I look at it, it actually looks really nice. But like I said, I would have not paid retail. But yeah, this was kind of a one-off, but hopefully it's not a fluke, but whatever. Let's take a look at the back here. We got Elite 64, Mattel Creations, which are, and 1975 BMW 3.0 CSL Race. And there's the stats if you'd like to read that. And yes, we will be cutting this car out of its box. So of course this comes in its protective case that I believe it's only special to this car or maybe some other cars because they are a little longer. But I think they fit for premium models, I believe, too. Like the premium $6 ones now. I'm going to put that aside for now as I just dropped it, which is nice. And there is the car. So let me actually cut this car out of its blister. Alright, so I cut the car out of its blister here. Yeah, be careful with it, because like I said, these look very nice. These are like premium Hot Wheels. Not quite elite or not quite RLC, but at the same time not a premium model where it's kind of literally just a regular Hot Wheel, just more heavier and more detail. But yeah, here is the BMW, the very long name, 3.0 CSL Race. I don't know why it doesn't say race car, it's just race, whatever. This is a really nice car. Like I said, unfortunately I don't know too much the history of this car, which, I do apologize, and like I said, it might be sacrilegious for me being a racing fan, not knowing every single thing. But hey, I just like racing, I like to learn new stuff, and maybe I'll learn something new about this car that I didn't know, except the surprising. But yeah, this is a really nice car. Love the BMW colors on it. Of course, it's the iconic BMW Motorsport colors of red, light blue, and then I guess dark blue. Almost a purplish, but it's more of a dark blue. So let's take a closer look at it. It's pretty heavy here. So of course, very nice details. This one has the Goodyear Eagle tires, which I do appreciate tire letters on diecast. And that's not really something you see anymore, unless it's, of course, in Elite 64. You only see this on here now, so that's really cool. We got the front, very nicely painted. We got the number 25 on there. I think this is based off a real car. I might pull up a photo and see if it actually looks like a real car, or maybe it's loosely based off of one. Speaking of which, I think I might have a premium that kind of looks like this, but unfortunately I don't know where it is right now. But I don't feel like taking it out, so yeah. Very nice looking livery. It's just simple, but it works. The colors on it look very nice. Got the number 25 on the side. We got a window net, which of course is just a plastic piece, I believe. I love the detailed BBS style rims. I can always appreciate that. And we got the rear. We got the BMW emblem, tail lights, which are actually separate pieces, I believe. That's very cool. And yeah, we got the stripes continue on there. Got the rear wing, and the right side is the same as the left side. So very nice. It says Bavarian Motor Works on there. Is that actually what BMW actually stands for? I think so. And then here's the base, metal base, of course. Although we do get some little plastic pieces as well, which is very, very cool. Painted and molded. Got the exhaust pipe that goes onto the side. Only one side, interestingly enough. I do like it when it's like dual, when they go on both sides. Kind of like the Greenwood Corvette, which I did just reviewed a couple of them before. Yeah, very cool. Like I said, I would have not cared enough to buy it at full price. But like I said, someone probably is losing their job because they put this at $9. I wonder if they meant something else. So, yeah, I can't be too mad about that. I like this one. May or may not go in my favorites box. I still haven't decided because, like I said, it's not like a car I'd really go after, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. It still looks very nice. Now, the beef with Mattel Creations. Now, recently, you might have seen, or maybe you've not seen, that they just recently released the Porsche 911 or the 992, whatever, the GT2 car. Now, originally they've made that car already, but it was in an Advan livery. But this time they released it in a PlayStation Gran Turismo livery. I really, really, really wanted to get one of those. Not only because it was PlayStation, that's not really something you see in Hot Wheels often. You know, they've always collabed with Gran Turismo before, and they still do to an extent, but not like that, because that actually is based off a real car that ran a Le Mans. So I tried to order two because my father also wanted one. He's a huge PlayStation guy. And just as I had two in my car and I was waiting in that stupid line that goes for like over a minute, and I had to do the CAPTCHA, I'm not a robot, like 3 times. No joke. In all those 3 minutes, I tried to check out. They already had my information. I pressed to confirm my order, and it sold out. Now, Elite 64 is not like RLC, where RLC you need a membership for that. Elite 64 you don't. I think that's where a lot of people really came in and bought as many as they could. Because the Elite 64, out of all of them, none have really sold out. Except maybe the first Elite 64 ever. And then that Ferrari, I don't even remember what the name was. But other than that, the other Elite 64 models have never sold out. Or maybe they have, but like after a few months. Even after discount, they still don't really sell. But unfortunately for this release, where it seems like a lot of people are going for it, they went for it and it sold out in less than 2 minutes. As you can see, I'm very pissed about that because I really wanted that car. My father really wanted that car. People are going to be reselling those things, and I'm trying not to use language here. I do apologize. I'm not going to, obviously. But yeah, it's a very very disappointing experience with the website. It's extremely slow, like very, very slow, like very. They gotta update their website, like I swear, but it could have been worse. I waited in that line, that I guess invisible line, the queue line, for a minute. Other people have waited for like 6 or even more, but at that point it was already sold out minutes before. So yeah, I'm very pissed with Mattel. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait until the prices drop on that car, which it seems like it's already has been, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, so I could get that car for a pretty good price. I don't mind paying $10 more because that's what I would have paid for shipping anyways. But yeah, there's my little rant on Mattel Creations recently. I'm sure there's a lot of y'all who also missed their opportunity to get one. I do feel bad for y'all. Yes, of course, I missed my chance too. But all you could do is blame Mattel. That's all I could say. Blame the website, blame Mattel for that. They really screwed up their hobby. Not only that, but the freaking scalpers too. And the bots they use for that. Anyways, going away from that. This is a nice car. This is a nice car. Just trying to avoid what I just said, all that. This is a nice car. I actually don't even know if it's still on the website. I have not checked. If it still is, then I guess you could pick it up. Maybe you could get on discount if it's nice. But this one is an extra discount because I paid less than $10 for that. So yeah, I can't go wrong with it. So that has been the review of the BMW 3.0 CSL Race. An extremely unnecessarily long name for a car. but whatever. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, tell me what you think about Mattel Creations and their horrible website. Like, just let it down in the comments, of course. Rant whatever you want. We're trying to reach those 1,000 subscribers. We're getting so close, y'all. I know we're gonna make it soon. Like I said, I have huge plans, which for some reason I have not done a video yet of what plans I want to do for that once I reach 1,000 subscribers. But maybe it'll come soon once we actually start getting close. And I'll see you next time. Peace.